everyone, Alexander Show channels here with you, and today we're going to watch more videos, paranormal videos about shadow people and shadow creatures. So I choose the channel Slam Ham, which has many paranormal videos. They're amazing, so please subscribe to them, share, like, and comment their videos. And if you're not subscribed to our channel, which is Alexander Show, please subscribe and please like, share, and comment our videos as well. So let's start.
How you doing? I'm Callan, and this is Slap Cam. Today we're looking at some really chilling photos from shadow people warning of future tragic events to a ghostly figure caught on camera on an Xbox Connect. Join us as we take a look at 12 mysterious shadow people that can't be explained. When these three women had their photo taken out the front of their home, they couldn't have known the chilling image that would develop. Behind the three ladies, you can see what looks like the shadow of a man wearing a hat. If you look closely, you can see that the shadow figure has placed a hand on the shoulder of the woman on the left. It is said that 3 days after this photo was taken, the woman died in a horrible car accident. The photographer claims that there was certainly no hunted man standing behind the woman when the photograph was taken, and he's simply baffled by the image.
Why this head to the right is so much smaller than others? I know.
Just 3 days later. This is allegedly a photo of a shadow figure that haunts the shores of Paul's Island, South Carolina. For decades, residents have reported sightings of a strange shadowy man that appears on the beach right before severe storms and natural disasters. They say it comes as a premonition from the local people, warning them of impending danger. Legends say that the grey man is the ghost of a young traveller who tragically died many years ago. They say he was on his way to see his fiancée when he got caught in quicksand in the marshland that once surrounded Paul's Island. Now his shadow is left behind, forced to eternally wander in search of his lost love. Couple Jim and Clara Moore claim they saw the grey man on the beach the day before Hurricane Hugo battered the region in 1989. They said they saw a strange legless man down on the beach. When they called out to him, the figure vanished from sight. The following day, the Category 5 storm hit shore, causing more than $7 billion worth of damage. When the Moors were allowed to return home, they found the house completely intact. However, the neighbours on all sides had their homes obliterated by the raging storm. The Moors swear that the grey man appeared as an omen, warning them of the catastrophe that was yet to take place. They feel they were blessed by the spirit who spared them from the storm. This is some very creepy footage uploaded to a channel on YouTube called Faceless Nights. In it, we see a gamer setting up his Xbox Connect while testing a live stream. He browses a few options, changes a few vision modes, but when he changes to night vision mode, he catches
Yeah, I think I seen this one.
terrifying. On the right of screen,
Jesus.
you can see a shadow person lurking in the rear of the room. The figure almost looks like it's wearing a black robe. It has long, slender fingers and strange floating quality to it. The entity darts on screen as soon as it notices it's visible on camera.
That was crazy.
Started as he double checks the room for anything resembling the strange black spectre. When the video went live, it quickly got spread around social media, racking up nearly 2 million views. Skeptics thought that there were jump cuts edited into the clip, but as Faceless Nights explains in another video, the Kinect changes aspect ratio every time a new vision mode is used, so it looks as though things move on the desk or the person changes position.
Faceless Nights doesn't have an explanation for what he captured, but he fervently denies that he tampered with the footage in any way.
I believe that.
With this encounter in mind, how creepy is the tagline? What else does Kinect see?
It could be fake, of course, but it does look like to be
This
true.
photo was taken in Alcatraz, a former prison complex often cited to be one of the most haunted locations in the US. Visitors to Alcatraz often report strange phenomena while touring the site. They feel cold spots, hear whispers in empty rooms, and often experience inexplicable feelings of despair or rage. People claim to see shadows moving and cell doors opening on their own. When
All
photographer
right.
Glenn Shelton took this strange photo, he believed it to be definitive proof that the prison complex is haunted by otherworldly beings. While the photo doesn't depict a shadow person as such, it has captured a long black shroud of some kind. It has many of the properties that witnesses report when seeing shadow people. If you look, the object doesn't seem to react to lighting in the same way the other parts of the building do, and it has a sort of misty or smoky quality to it. Could this be the spirit of a former inmate who is now forced to eternally linger in limbo among the dark halls of Alcatraz?
Who knows?
This photo was taken in the attic of an unknown restaurant in
Jeez.
the US. For over a decade, employees reported strange sightings in the roof of the restaurant. They say they've seen shadows lurking, felt nauseous for no apparent reason, as well as had feelings of dread wash over them. Finally, one employee took a photo when they felt they were being watched. Later that night, when reviewing the photos, they spotted this ominous shadow figure. It has the clear outline of a head and shoulders, but its lower body looks almost like vapor and lacks any real definition. When co-workers saw the image, they all agreed that this is the shadow entity they had all seen over the years. This is some strange footage that was captured live on the Larry King Show. Live on air, CNN is doing a tour of Michael Jackson's home in Neverland shortly after he passed away. As the camera crew walk around the house, a shadow figure can be seen passing quickly down the end of the hallway.
Wow.
It looks to be a lurching, transparent presence, as though it's the shadow of someone walking by. This footage has been seen by millions of people, and some say it's the ghost of Michael himself. Skeptics claim it's nothing more than a shadow of one of the film crew or staff that can't be seen on that angle. Others say that it's impossible for a person to cast that quick-moving shadow without being seen. Whatever the case may be, it makes for some very compelling footage, one that has captured the attention of millions of people.
Maybe the other person just passing by.
There's not a lot of solid information about these two photos.
I know.
They often appear in ghost
About
investigation
that.
forums, but no one
Which
seems
is
to
this
know
one?
their origins.
Okay.
The two photos, presumably taken one after the other, show a smoky black entity hovering in the middle of the room. The first photo looks like it has thin, outstretched arms as though it's about to grab at someone. Plumes of a strange, translucent aura seem to waft up towards the roof. The second image looks as though it's caught the moment the shadow is disappearing, almost as though it's been blown by the wind and is vaporizing into nothing. Could these photos be some kind of glitch, or have they captured something far more sinister? Waverly Hills Sanatorium in Louisville, Kentucky is one of the most notorious asylums in America. Built in 1910, the hospital was used to house patients suffering from tuberculosis during what was considered an outbreak of the White Plague. At the time, there was no known cure for the disease, which was mostly treated with plenty of fresh air and sunshine. However, the Waverly Hills Sanatorium was also tasked with finding more effective measures to fight the infectious disease. Controversial methods were tested, with some patients having their ribs removed and their lungs inflated with makeshift balloons. It's thought that many thousands of patients died at the sanatorium. The death toll grew so high that the facility was forced to build an underground tunnel, affectionately known as the Death Chute, that would be used to ferry hundreds of diseased corpses to a nearby railway station. Some estimate that as many as 64,000 patients died at Waverly Hills over the years.
Jesus.
Residents today often report the echoed calls of children singing
Wow.
down the long abandoned hallways. Cold spots are often experienced, and an ominous feeling of being watched is ever present. This photo was taken by an intrepid explorer who decided to visit the hospital alone. He said that nothing particularly unusual took place while he walked around the facility. However, when he reviewed his photos later that night, he noticed something very strange. In one image, a black entity can be seen obscuring the lens of the camera. It lacks definition and is devoid of any light whatsoever. It looks like it has a head and body and is perhaps moving away from the camera. The man is certain that no one else was around as he was exploring the old hospital alone. The owner of this home kept telling her kids that she was seeing a strange shadow person out the corner of her eyes. She said she always felt uncomfortable in certain rooms and thought she was being watched by some unseen force. Her kids would often laugh it off, telling her that she's going mad. That was until this creepy photo was taken on Thanksgiving Day some years ago. Prior to lunch being served, the daughter was taking photos of her boyfriend sitting at the table. This is what she captured.
Okay, I thought it was just a person standing.
Dominating the hallway. The edges of the figure look smoky and translucent, while the center appears to be devoid of all
Oops.
light. When the mother saw the photograph, she almost cried. She said that's the exact spirit she keeps seeing out the corner of her eye. What do you think this is? Is this house haunted by some unseen force or shadow spirit that's making itself known to this poor family? The
Crazy
Hat
stuff.
Man is one of the most creepy and pernicious sightings of the shadow people. A tall, slender male presence is often reported by people all around the world. They say a shadowy figure watches them sleep, and it always has a wide-brimmed hat on. Thousands of individual sightings have been described by people from all walks of life, yet somehow they all characterize the same figure. This photo was captured by a woman who was dozing in her bed in 2017. She was listening to a podcast and felt herself drifting off to sleep. Suddenly, she felt a dark, ominous presence in the room and glanced over to the window. She claims that a tall figure with a hat was standing by her bed, watching intently. She grabbed her phone and took a quick photo, but realized there was no one else in the room. When she looked at the photo, she couldn't believe what she saw. Indeed, there was a solid black entity standing in the room, wearing what looked like a top hat. There are several scientific explanations for shadow people sightings.
Oh.
People who suffer from sleep paralysis often report being watched by shadows.
These things happen.
They say dark entities enter the room
That's
and
crazy.
make them sleep. Some neuroscientists suggest that these conditions cause the sufferer to wake in a heightened emotional state, which can cause mild hallucination, in this case moving shadows. The most striking aspect about this phenomenon is that the reports are also congruent. They all describe almost the exact same thing, a dark, ominous figure that likes to watch people sleep. The Hat Man is the most troubling of all because it's such an oddly specific sighting. How is it that thousands of people all around the world all characterize the Hat Man exactly the same?
Yeah, that's a question.
The Queen Mary is reported to be one of the most haunted ships in America. Guests and tourists often claim they see and hear things they can't quite explain. The ship even runs its own ghost tours on board, showing paranormal enthusiasts parts of the vessel.
Okay, we stop here. You are very welcome to subscribe to Slam Ham channel and to our channels and watch other videos. So comment please, like and share. It does help a lot. Love and peace to everyone. Take care of yourself. See you soon.